Hi besties, it's Mariisio here. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to be more confident within yourself. So listen on. You need to understand that you are only as hot as you believe yourself to be. So this means that you can be this extremely beautiful person inside and out. However, you don't have that power if you don't have the confidence to go with it. Without that confidence, that beauty is absolutely useless. There's so many iconic figures that we can name that are seen as temptresses and goddesses. However, it was not because of their looks that made them that. It was the way that they carry themselves that made them that way. A good example that I can think for this is Miss Cleopatra herself. Now, this is not me dissing her looks. I am going based on how Roman texts describe her. They don't describe her to be this physically charming person. My proof is on screen. However, they talk about the way that she interacted and charmed others is what made her to be seen as this Cleopatra. She is Cleopatra. What else can I say? And now, hopefully, with these tips, I can convince yourself to be a temptress goddess. So listen on. If you can change it, then do so. However, if you can't change it, then shut it. Don't even. Now, what I mean by this is think what insecurity it is that you have physically, or even this can be inside too, but I'm mostly talking physically here. So let's say, okay, a lot of people get mad at the world for their own flaws that they see in themselves, and one big thing is weight. A lot of people think bad about themselves because of their weight.
Oh, I gained X amount of pounds from quarantine.
That pandemic was 5 years ago. You can't blame COVID anymore for the reason why you are horizontally large. Something that you should get through here is that if you are not actively trying to change whatever it is, then you are choosing it. So if you look in the mirror and you see what you see, but you are not doing any steps to change that image of yourself, then you are choosing to be that way. However, I also have an understanding that there are some flaws that people have that they simply cannot change. So now if you can't change it, then you have to work with what you've got. There are many icons out there that used to be insecure about their physical appearance. An example is Marilyn Monroe. But she worked with what she had, and now she is seen as the most beautiful woman to ever live. And many other women, there's so many insecurities that people have that you don't know about, and that's because they worked with what they had to still be confident with themselves. If you are one of those people who can change it, then, and it's weight, I do not want to promote this unhealthy propaganda here. So I don't want to push out onto you guys. So also listen that this can start with small consistent habits that will lead to big change. So for example, if you eat like 5 bags of hot Cheetos every day, cut it down to 2 bags of hot Cheetos every day. Oh my gosh, okay, I have something else that I want to introduce, and I don't think I hear anyone else talking about this. I hear them talk about it for other results, but I don't hear anyone talk about it for confidence. This is something that I do, and I don't think many people think of this to help with their confidence, but I promise it does, speaking from experience, and that is to practice rejection therapy. Rejection therapy, aka doing one scary thing every day, something that scares you. It's supposed to be this thing where you purposely put yourself in positions where you're at a high chance of getting rejected, and over time you will overcome that fear of rejection. And if you practice rejection therapy, you will get that, but you will also gain confidence. So an example of rejection therapy would be going up to a stranger and saying, hey, can I get a piggyback ride? And if you're doing the rejection therapy, you have to keep on doing it until you get rejected. I didn't do that, but I promise you will be shocked by the amount of times that people will say yes to these absurd questions or favors that you ask them. And I feel like in both ways you will get a confidence boost, because if they say no, you're like almost desensitized to it, and if they say yes, you're like, they're saying yes to me. I just asked them this absurd, insane question, and they said yes. So it's like both ways. No matter what they say, you yourself get some positive outcome from it. Now, of course, in the beginning it might be harder, but over time, I promise it is. You don't have any amazing. Even if you don't have anything to do that day, still get up and take care of yourself. You don't only have to do your hair when you're leaving the house. You don't only have to wash your face when you're leaving the house, or put a cute outfit on when you're leaving the class. Leaving the house, not the class. And another thing, girl, wash your booty. Even don't think I'm putting on this persona that I am just this perfect person that wakes up every day like 50-step skin routine, 50-step makeup routine. No, I'm not saying you need all of that, but it is important that you do the basic things to take care of yourself. You cannot complain about the fact that you are unconfident and lazy, but all you do all day is sleep in your bed. If you're not sleeping, then you're just laying down watching movies and eating. That's all you do. That's all you do. You cannot be complaining. Shh. Do not complain if you are this person. Try your best to become this person. Okay, the next one. I am not someone who believes in the whole entire fake it till you make it propaganda. No. I feel like there's a loophole in that kind of almost takes out the whole idea of confidence if you're faking it for others to perceive it, but you truly don't believe it. So an idea I had that is similar to it, but not exactly the same, is constantly reaffirming how you want to feel about yourself, forcing the belief onto your own self before you force it onto others. You want to feel more confident. You want to see yourself as pretty. Then when you look in the mirror, even if you don't believe it, tell your own self that. So in a way that does go with fake it till you make it. However, it's not just being like Betty girl when you walk down the hallway. It is you alone in like the bathroom, I don't know, looking into the mirror and saying the thoughts you would like to naturally occur through your mind. Okay, so don't be afraid, even if you think it's corny or cringy. Reaffirm, reaffirm, reaffirm. Okay, and do not be afraid to do whatever it takes for you to feel like the baddest version of yourself. If that means you have to get lip filler, do it. Who cares what everyone else says? If you need lip filler, if you do not get that BBL though, it's not worth your life. It's not worth your life. If you gotta get lip filler, I don't care. If you have to wear hair extensions, I don't care. However, but I don't care. Next one might be a shocker. I don't see anyone else say this either, but my next tip is to get a hobby. Get a hobby, guys. Hi. This helps me now. Because a hobby, I'm saying a hobby specifically that allows you to create something. There's just something about creating something and having a final product in the end that just allows you to, and also that allows you to customize it and glam it up in your own way that caters to you and what you like, and being able to admire this final product knowing like that's all you, that's all Mariisio did this, you did this, and being able to show it off to others or show it off to yourself. And also, oh my gosh, when you're starting a hobby versus how you are in that hobby later on, seeing your progress is something about that just like puts the building blocks inside of you and helps you become more confident. Do not take any of these tips lightly, girls, okay? Girls or boys, you guys both can watch my videos. Do not take these tips lightly. Get a hobby. One that I have and I can also suggest to you is crocheting. It's something about creating a cute top. I'm gonna put some examples on the screen that other girls have handmade, crochet, hand and needle and thread, hand, needle and yarn, made themselves. Imagine the confidence you get when you'll be able to customize your own top and look at it and say, I did that. Mauricio did that. You can sketch, paint, or edit, whatever hobby allows you to stay out of bed all day, because bed rotting is most definitely not a hobby. But that is the end of today's video. Hope you guys had fun watching. I had fun creating, and I'll catch you in my next one.